Well, how you doing, everybody? We went on a camping trip. Brought the family with. We're gonna do a little experiment with the thermal camera that I told you about in several videos past. I know you guys have been waiting for it. What would the thermal look like when the person you're looking for is inside a tent? I have some ideas of what it might look like. But I'll keep those to myself. We're gonna see what it looks like tonight, actually. Let's take a look at the campsite and kind of give you the layout of what it's going to look like tonight. So, as you can see here, there's a little parking area. Oh, this is a public campground. As you can see, we got some campers over there and some neighbors over there. And so anyway, so here's our little parking area for our campsite. We got a picnic table. We got the family playing some cards. Who's winning?
Probably.
You're probably winning? Okay. Guess we'll find out. It's Uno. We shuffled all our Uno decks together. So we got some Uno No Mercy and some regular Uno, and Uno Flip is in there. And it gets really chaotic when we play Uno. A lot of fights break out. Anyway, so there's the picnic table / communal area. We got a couple of tents. There's the fire pit. But you notice the fire pit is really close to the tent. That's because burn ban is in effect. So we're not doing any fires. That's why the tent is so close. We got them really close together here. We're gonna see what happens with the tents close together this time. This is a really large tent. My wife and I will be sharing this one, and I unfortunately create a lot of body heat, so we'll see how much this tent glows. I did throw the camouflage on top of it, and for anybody who's wondering about the camouflage, this is kind of a cheap Chinese knockoff of what you might see in the military. This is not the real thing. I believe the real thing actually has some thermal blocking capabilities as well as radio blocking capabilities, if I recall correctly, but this one does not. This is just some sort of nylon that's been cut in little S shapes, I guess, backed by an actual net, which means it gets hung up on everything. But anyway, so that's my tent right there. That's the backside. Coming back around over here again, here's my shop light so that we can see in the dark. Again, we don't have the ability to light a campfire, so, you know, the shop light is kind of what we got to see. And this ginormous tent is just for my daughter. She selected that tent herself. Why have a small one if you can have a big one? So, yeah, once again, that's kind of the layout of our campsite. And as a bonus little treat, you guys, something I put on this tree right over here. Another, again, cheap Chinese, just a trail cam. This one does not do video. It just does still images. You notice that that's turned off at the moment. So I will be turning that on tonight once we're done playing around. And yeah, if anything moves, I'll be sure to share that with you guys, because there is an awful lot of nightlife. Owls, coyotes, and I think we heard a fox even last night. So we'll see what we get. So let's have a little bit of fun tonight, and then we'll hit the sack. I will be getting up around, let's get up around 5, I think, after we've been in our tents for a good several hours. And then we'll see what we've got for thermal. Stay tuned. Now, of course, it would not take a quick eye to notice that I brought the kayak to the campsite. But there's no water to put the kayak in. Oh, that's because the water is actually over there somewhere. So there's actually a pretty beautiful lake here. The site we're at is called Battleground Lake State Park, and it is really nice. And we did put the kayak in, kind of floated around a little bit, and it is really enjoyable. So if you guys are in the area, I do recommend. It's very quiet, except for when it's not, I guess, but you know, it's the way it is in some of these public parks. Either way. What's cooking? Good looking?
I'm making asparagus, and then in a little bit I'll be making steak bites.
Asparagus and steak bites. Oh, you hear that? I'm spoiled. Oh, here's the steak bites. Ta-da! So delicious. Yes. So I decided to take a look around with the thermal camera before we even get sunset. As you can see here, you can see everything. But if we get back a little bit, you can kind of see who's more nervous about the game based on their body heat alone. Yep. Keep drawing cards. Keep drawing cards.
I don't need to.
So let's take a look around. All right, so gosh, you can see everything with this. I'm gonna have to blur out that license plate number. You guys can't see that. But as you can see, a lot of things are the same color, but because of the secondary camera, and you guys might remember in the first video with the cameras, or the FLIR one has two different cameras in it, and one of them is just thermal. I can cover that up like this, and then the other one is like a traditional camera. That where is that camera? And when I cover that up, then all you can see is the thermal. So that's what that looks like. I'm just covering it up with my finger. So that's thermal only, and this is the like regular camera only. And so we put them together, and this is what you get. So I'm hoping that once the sun goes down, that one of these cameras will be pretty much useless. Let's walk around a little bit. As you can see, different parts of the vehicles are warmer than you would expect. I do kind of wonder why I've got a warm spot on the fender, but that's kind of what it is. That's interesting too. I see it on the S10 as well. So that's kind of interesting. You can see shadows of the leaves too. I'm guessing that's only coming through from the photographic camera. If I cover that up, yeah, look at that. Okay. So, what are you showing me?
She swapped hands.
Oh, you swapped hands? Oh,
Yeah.
that means you've got all the cards now. Now you're the one who's nervous. All right, so here's a quick look at the tents. And again, this is during the day. We can see everything. The sun is still turned on. Oh, the trees are kind of neat looking. So the dark spot right there is actually the sky between the trees. And it's a beautiful sunny blue sky. And all the heat you can see are the trees themselves. That's very interesting. I wonder if I could use that to find UFOs. If the sky is cold, actually you can see right there, I got negative numbers Celsius. That's interesting. If it's that cold, and if there's an airplane up there, I bet you can see those really well. And here's the neighbors again. Their vehicle's very warm for some reason. But the forest in general, I don't know, ranges from chilly to comfortably comfortable. And if you're not familiar with it, for me anyways, 20 degrees is Celsius is pretty comfortable. For everyone using the American system, that's well, I'll look it up for you here in a minute, but I'll put it on the screen right now. So anyways, that's what it looks like during the day. As you can see, that's funny, our frying pan is still pretty darn warm. 32 degrees.
Yes.
That's actually the burner we were cooking on, so that cooled down really fast.
I'm like waiting for you. I'm like,
Kind of cool. All right. It's finally dark out, but it's still pretty early. We're just sitting around the table playing Uno now. But the sky is definitely dark. And the light on this camera really does not do it justice. But the time is only 7:48. So it's still pretty early. We're going to stay up a little bit. And before you know it, well, it'll be later. And then we'll hit the sack and warm up these tents. Ha!
Maybe I should start pulling from this pile.
I guess it doesn't matter.
okay. No, it doesn't.
It matters to me.
Draw from whichever pile you'd like. Okay.
It's only a plus one.
Making it weird.
Because I glared at you.
Go ahead. Babe.
Don't look at me with that face.
Babe, it's your turn.
You know what?
Oh, you want to swap hands with me?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
You I don't
That's
mind.
an optional thing. I'm not doing it.
I don't mind.
No.
I don't, yeah,
No.
I don't
Nope.
mind either. It's, it's...
Can you go?
I'm sure Mom's able to do that.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, she changed it to orange.
Orange.
Yeah.
7.
Or 7?
Hey. Oh no. All right.
Oh, man. Gee whiz.
Okay, now
Not
it's
like
my
I had
turn.
anything special.
My turn?
Yeah.
You just wanted to get rid of what you got. Alrighty. It is time for bed. Let me turn on the light here. So much light. The ladies have already zipped up their tents. You in there?
Yeah.
Okay. She's going to bed. There's my tent. My wife is already waiting for me to come to bed. And as I mentioned before, I gotta turn on the trail camera here. So I'm gonna do that and turn that on so it will take pictures. Just a delay, letting me know that I've got time to walk away from it. And neighbors are kind of going to bed. That's the bathrooms over there. And that group over there is going to be up for a while, but we're going to try to sleep through it. So, all right, everyone. Take note of the time. It's about 9:30. And we are going to sleep. I'll see you guys in the morning. And good morning, everybody. I'm going to be super quiet because this is really early in the morning and everyone's still asleep. That's the only light source right now is the bathroom's way over there in the woods. But let's see. It's not quite 5 a.m. And I'm awake way before everybody else. Way before everyone else. So let's take a look at the thermal. Okay, so here we are in the thermal. As you can see, the visual camera portion of the FLIR one does not work so well because there's no light right now. As I stated earlier, the only light that is actually outlining is the bathrooms way off in the distance. But right around here at the campsite, you can actually still see quite a little bit. So that's my tent, and you can actually kind of see where the camouflage netting is draped over the front half of it, and there's the back half of it where my own body heat has kind of warmed up the fabric from inside. And that's my daughter's tent right over there, and you can see it's actually much warmer. I'm guessing because it doesn't have the protection of the thermal or the camouflage netting, which, as you saw earlier, has a bit of standoff. So I think that's why it helped. Some more look around. This is actually the picnic table where we were playing. And you see that that's actually quite cold. We were playing Uno there. The rest of the woods, you can see the trees. They seem to be producing their own warmth. And here's where we parked the vehicles. There's the Toyota. You can't really see the kayak on top of it. Yeah, you can see it. And there's the S10. You can't see everything, but you can still see quite a bit. I'm going to try walking around the campground a little bit. And we'll see what else we can see out there. Alright, this is kind of cool because the asphalt road seems to be still pretty warm compared to everything else. And you can quite easily see where I'm supposed to walk. There's the neighbor's campsite. That's an RV trailer. A couple of vehicles. There's nobody in there. Of course, cards on the table. What you guys cannot see is that I am using a flashlight, but because it doesn't create any heat in front, you guys can't really see it. There's a vehicle there. There's a vehicle in there too. And it looks like they have an RV. There's a motorhome. Seriously, that should be a. I'll go ahead and walk through this. I'm curious because there's nothing in this campsite. What are we looking at here? You guys, that's a rock. That's just a rock. That's funny. Oh, that's a cabin. A cabin over there. Garbage cans. Now those little spots that you see there, that's something the image camera is picking up. Somebody has like little, what are they? Decorative lights. And over there, can't really see it, but there's a couple of vehicles in there. Whole campsite in there. And I wonder if he was driving recently. This is fascinating. Alright. And at this point, I've found my way to the bathrooms, which, as you can see, compared to the background, this building stands out a lot. There's a lot of lights, a lot of thermal heat just kind of saved up in that brick and mortar walls. Let's take a look with a normal camera. There it is. So, as you can see, this is made of like cinder blocks or something. So it's quite warm. I think there's even heaters inside. So there you have it. That's kind of what it does. As you can see, it's tough to hide from thermal, but there are different things that you can do to at least reduce your signature. That cami netting seemed to do a better job than I thought it would, so that's pretty cool. Tell you what, guys, it's really dark out here. I'm not scared. Come back at you in the morning. All right, it's daytime now. It was a rough night. We kept hearing noises. It's scary here. I don't think it was just owls. Got some breakfast? Breakfast. And, now, this is where the trail camera comes in handy. Even if it is a cheap Chinese one, it still takes pictures of anything moving in the campsite. But all I could find was just me walking around in the campsite. Well, everything's right where it should be, though. We learned a lot about that thermal. It really does show the temperature of whatever the thing is that you're looking at, not what's behind it. That's for sure. But if your body heat is heating up that surface in any way, that's going to warm it up and make you visible to anyone looking for you. So, good to know. And the tent, well, as you saw, my daughter's tent was really warm because it only has a couple layers. But with my tent back there, right there, it was because it had another layer that was kind of air cooled and kind of gapped off of the primary surface. You know what I mean? That was actually serving pretty well, I think. And it has that kind of three-dimensional texturing to it as well. So definitely something that I'm going to continue to use. All right, so this was an interesting video to make. Definitely gonna have to play around with that thermal camera some more. We did see that vehicles tend to stay warm for a long time after they've been used. You saw that one vehicle that the whole front end of the vehicle was still very warm. Probably hours maybe after it was last used. I mean, I don't know when that person came into the campsite. It was their campsite. It's none of my business when they were driving, but still though, it was an interesting cue. You can definitely see some warmth in there compared to some of the other vehicles. So cool. So we learned something. I do enjoy learning. So if you like the video, you know how to do the thing. And I guess I'll see you in the next one.